Hey YouTube, welcome back to another review here with Thomas Opent. That would be me. That is not a weird last name. Opent is Dutch for opens, aka Thomas Opens. That's what I do. I open beer, I review beer, I talk about it, usually way too much. I let you know what I think. That's it. End of story. And I try in these English reviews to review Dutch beers as much as I can. Because I think that's nice for you guys out there and who knows where to hear a bit more about the stuff that we have here in the Netherlands. So what I have for you here right now is a Van Moll Hopocalypse now Imperial IPA. Comes in at 9.7%. Yeah, you know, water, barley malt, lots of hops and yeast. It's by the way, a Collab beer between Van Moll and Guineu Cervesa Artesana. Apocalypse always, apocalypse forever, apocalypse now. Yeah, it's an Imperial IPA, Dutch IPA. Unfortunately, it doesn't say when it was brewed. It just or canned. It just says best before June 2019. I'm guessing that means it was probably brewed in June, canned in June, either one. So it's not very fresh, I think. I've only seen it being released in the web shops in the last week or two. So, yeah, I don't know how fresh this really is. But we're going to try it. 9.7% alcohol by volume. That's what it is. It doesn't say anything about oats and wheat. So, I'm guessing we're not going to have any of that. I'm wondering if it's going to be a Haze for Days beer. No idea. We'll see when we pour this sucker out. So there we go. We got, wow. We got quite a dark color there, actually. Not a lot of head going into this one. I expected a little bit more head on the pour. There we go. Oddly enough, when you look at it like this, you're getting near. Oh, it is hazy. Oh, there's definitely flakes in there as well, by the way. It's got, that's interesting. That's interesting. It's very flaky. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's got about a pinky finger, off-white head, slightly creamy colored. Sort of like an orangey view to it. It's a pretty interesting beer to see, really. If I were to see this, my first guess would not have been IPA, really. It looks, it's got almost like a Scotch ale sort of thing going on there. I don't know. Let's look at the nose and see what we got. Look at the nose. So you get your huge fruit components there. It's sweet. It's very sweet. You don't get a lot of bittering here. You got some grapefruit. You do get your tropical fruits there. There's a bit of that, what I know Matt from Massive Beers loves to say, that sort of like weedy danky thing going on. Not very heavy. It's mostly just intensely fruity. Very sweet. Yeah, I mean, that's what you're getting at first. It's just mostly sweet. And not just fruit sweet. There's definitely malty sweetness in there. Doesn't smell half bad. Doesn't smell half bad at all. Let's see what she's got in the taste and the flavoring. Let's see what she does. Cheers. Okay, so she's got a kick to her, that's for sure. There's some soft bittering in the back end, but it's not hugely bitter. Definitely has it. Could do it a little bit more. That was our cat, Ginny. Hi. Could do it a little bit more bittering, personally, I feel, but there's definitely that sort of like citrus peel, citrus rind, like bittering in the end. So even the bitter part here is still sort of fruit based, if you know what I mean. think that makes sense. Does to me. Hopefully it does to you as well. It's definitely not a bad beer. But yeah, mostly that big fruit component again. It's got sort of like a bit of a marmalade thing going on. The citrusy marmalade. Yeah, definitely. Definitely has a lot of that. In the nose, there's definitely slightly bit more tropical fruit, but that in the mouth, in the flavor, in the taste, it's mostly, you know, that citrusy sort of, yeah, again, marmalade-y. It's that marmalade thing. It's got that caramel thing from the malts. It's got that bitter marmalade sweetness to it. It's a bit of an unusual one when it comes to that. I'm not really sure if I really love this beer. I'm not hating it. I think right now, I have to sort of let that settle a little bit in my brain, but right now I want to give it like a 3.75 on the Untapped scale. God, I don't think this is very fresh. I don't think this is very fresh. There's a little bit of a... There's a bit of a sort of a vegetable-y thing going on. I don't know. There's a bit of an off... Oh, I can't place that. There's something that it's... I'm not sure if it's off or if it's just part of the flavor profile that they intended and it just doesn't really work for me. But there's something... You get the alcohol. Definitely you get the alcohol. You can taste that this is not a low ABV beer. There it is again. That sort of weird vegetable... It's got enough for it to make me not want to hate it. But I really had expected a little bit more. Van Moll is actually, I really like Van Moll. They do some great stuff. They got some great stouts I've had from them. They got this lovely sort of like a Weissen IPA thing going on. Langhaar Getuige it's called, I think. Love that one. That was great. And if memory serves, I had a lovely black IPA, Cascadian Hill thing. Beer from them that I thoroughly enjoyed. This one, maybe because my expectations were different. I was really hoping, because of looking at the ingredients, I was hoping for something a bit more old school, not that hazy, you know, fruit bomb thing, and it's sort of stuck in between there. Maybe that's the problem. They sort of... It's that they sort of went for an undefined style. They really didn't know where they were going. I don't know. Maybe that's me, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this one at a 3.75 because there's lots in there that I like. I love the caramelly, marmalade-y, bitter sweetness to it. I like that it's got a bit of a kick. It's got a kick. I'm not complaining about that one either. But there's that. Probably because it's not that fresh anymore. I would have loved for the hop profile to shine a bit more. I would have loved to know what's up with that sort of vegetable-y thing going on there in the back, which isn't so much really bad, but can't really... Yeah, I'm going to keep it at 3.75 on the tap scale. I think that's it for me for this one. It's a pretty nice beer. It just didn't win me over. Good for some sipping though. I mean, you can finish this, no problem. It'll work. That was it. Review. Over. Don't really have anything left to say. Might actually be one of my somewhat shorter reviews. If you like what you liked, click that subscribe button, like the video. You can find me on my other social media in the description box under the video. You'll find links to my Untapped account, my Instagram, and my Facebook page, where you will find beers that I do drink and don't review, but definitely have some things to say about. And usually I do have quite a lot to say. And And I hope I'll see you next time for another review. Till then, cheers.